Good evening, YouTube. It's Monday, September 29th, 7:30 p.m. in New York. It is the Asia session. Welcome. All right. Lights, camera, action. Good evening. All right, I gotta change the stats panel. We're now in the Asia session. I've not taken any trades. All right. Getting everything set up here. Getting the Zoom room open. Okay. Now that we've got all that going, alrighty. Another opportunity for us to be disciplined traders, for us to be professionals, for us to wait for our setups, and then mercilessly pounce on them. No regrets, just following our rules, following our plan, not letting anything else get to us. All right, that's what I'm talking about, right? You too? That's what you like too? All right, let's bring the music down a little bit. Get ourselves into that groove. Well, that wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but it'll do until we get something else pulled up here. Who doesn't like a little Mannheim steamroller? All right, let's get into the groove here. Bring the volume down a bit. Let's see where things stand right now. Right at this red hot moment, we have the VIX back down to 16.12. Not bad, not bad. Not a lot of volatility expected in the market here. What else do we have? We have the DXY, the 30-minute DXY, which is the dollar weighted against a basket of 7 other currencies. This is the 30-minute chart. Up here on the upper right side, we see that the dollar came down a bit during the New York session, rebounded a bit, and then it's been pretty flat, drifting a bit to the upside since then. Here in the past 30 minutes or so, we had this little bump up to the top about 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, and it's come back down. So otherwise, it's been pretty flat, except for that little bump there. We don't know what that was about. We have the 10-year yield on the U.S. government 10-year bond. Also up and down in New York, and it's been pretty flat since then. Hovering at 4.141%. And the dollar, the DXY, at 97.936. Here we are on the 5-minute chart. You see I was here a while ago, just before the market opened, and I put price in a box, Monday end of day consolidation. We have pretty much stayed in that box. We've had a little fake out or kind of failed breakout to the bottom here. If we look at that on a 1-minute chart, let's see what that looks like. Not much. That was just that little area right there. So, pretty feeble breakout to the bottom side, back up into that range where we were. The range is hovering just on the bottom of the WM4 pivot, the weekly midpoint 4. And just below us, we have the point of control. We don't have another pivot all the way until we get down here. And that pivot is, hang on, let me see clearly here on my other trusty chart, which is not even on the right time frame. Goodness. So live TV. That is the DR2. That is not right. That is not right. I'm glad that we looked at that, because that is definitely not the DR2. I have not updated where my pivots are. So we're going to do that right now. All right. Let's pull up our chart over here. All right, this is the DR3. The DR3 is meant to be at 39, 38, 37. The DR2, 38.86, 38.86.11. All right, the DM4, 38.72.93. Now these are the daily pivots. There are 11 of them. They are valid between when the market opens at 6 p.m. Eastern in New York until 5 p.m. Eastern the following day, 23 hours. Okay, the DR1, 38.59.74, 38.59.74. M3 is next, 38.33.61. Can you believe how high gold is? 38.28. Anyway, the DM3, is that what I just did? 33.61, yep. Okay, so now we're at the daily pivot point. That is going to be at the 3807.48. The DM2 3794.30. Okay, that concludes our positioning of the daily pivots. Let's expand our 1 minute chart again here. See where we are. We are below the WM4 as we were before. Now in terms of pivots, what do we have? We have above the WM4, we have DM3. We have the daily pivot down at 3807. So quite a ways down here. We don't have another pivot. Is that right? 3807 and 3833. 07 and 3833, is that where this one is? Yep. Okay. So it looks like we have better tradable space if we go down tonight. So, market gods, if you're listening, we would like to trade down tonight. Okay, if you're not listening and we have to trade up, then let's see what we're going to do in that instance. Maybe nothing. There's just too much chop on the way up. I guess we'll just have to see how price reacts here over the next hour and a half or so. It is 7:43. All right, I've got my alerts set. Make sure the broker's open. Yep. So that's where we are here. Look on the 5 minute, same thing. Win a control. Previous day value area high. WM4 right above where price is now. This box, of course, is Monday's end of day consolidation. That's the box that we're continuing to play in right now. So we're just going to wait and see how this plays out. All right, let's, since we're settling in here a bit, change the angle. Something's wrong. There we go. All right. Now let's calm things down even more. Testing. Okay. Just wanted to make sure my mic was working there. I don't like what I'm seeing here, even though I do, you know, as I said in some of the analysis, I'm more interested in trading down tonight than up. Not that the market cares, they're just going to give me a choice. I mean, you always have the choice not to trade, right? And if price is going to go up, you know, my pivots, when I look at my pivots here on the charts, let's get rid of everything except the pivots. And the box, the white box that I've put price in. Let's zoom out here so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so this is Monday's end of day consolidation. I put price in a box there. Now, since we've been in Tuesday's market, which is after this gray vertical line here, that's the 6 p.m. marker in New York. So the market has been open here for, you know, an hour and a half. And almost 2 hours, from 6 almost 8 p.m. We've got another 8 minutes, 7 minutes almost for 8 p.m. So that will be 2 hours that the market is open. Now in that time, price has dipped below the box, had a failed breakout to the bottom, and now it's kind of trying to move its way back up to the top, perhaps. Is it going to make its way all the way up? Well, that's where we want to look at these trend lines here. So yeah, if this is a 15-minute, you know, we're looking at the 15-minute evolution. Yeah, we want to look at things in a little shorter time frame though. Let's put it on the 5-minute. Now this is supposed to be the 1-minute chart here. That would have been a good trade there to get into. Pushing up off the WM4. But it just wasn't quite my setup. Even if I had seen that and been like, okay, that's likely to go up. My intuition tells me that. My experience with the chart can tell me that. And you know, after a couple of drinks, and if I'm in a gambling mood, which I never am, but if I were, then you know, maybe that's a trade I would take, or I would have taken, excuse me. But it does not strictly meet one of my setups, and so if I start taking trades that don't meet my setups, that makes it harder for my statistics to make sense.
Good, brother.
Hey, how you doing, Tono?
Good. How you doing, man?
Okay.
Uh, how long you been on?
Let me get on. 7:30 or so, I guess. I haven't
Yeah, I
taken
was
any
able to get out
trades.
of my trades. The hedge
Yeah.
got.
Oh, you're breaking up there. I didn't catch that.
I was able to get out of the hedge that I had in 38, 31.
Uh-huh.
And so it got me out of both of them. I made a couple more dollars, then I got caught on another 38.20 hit. So
Oh,
now I'm just unhedged at 38.20, hoping it goes down a couple of pips.
yeah.
Yeah.
I probably will. What was I doing
Let's
here?
see
I
what
was
we
about to
got
do
here.
something.
It's still going up.
What's up, baby?
So,
It's all good. I was telling them that I was able to get out of my hedges.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was out clean, and then I took another trade, got stuck in another 38.20. Just
Oh,
hope it gets me out so I don't have to carry it through the night.
I still have one from last week.
Yeah, yeah,
But I worked around it. But
yeah,
you know,
work around it. Not a biggie. Yeah.
1 minute for 8 o'clock.
what was that? Oh, 1 minute to 8.
Yep.
You know, it's funny. 12% of my book sales were from France.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're at the 8 o'clock, it's taking a dive.
Hope it dives hard. little stronger than $1, so I don't really see it falling.
Yeah, it went back.
Okay, we're going to push above this and get us out of this resistance zone that we are in the daily pivot chart, and the 15-minute Hakanashi, and the 1-minute Hakanashi, and the swing high on the 1-minute. This is a big level. If we push beyond this, probably have a good trade going up. This is the 1-minute chart. This is the swing high, which also coincides with the top of the box where we put price when we started out here this evening. Here on the futures, that's represented right here at the top of this channel. Waiting for it to break decisively and get in on a buy. But if it breaks down, even if decisively, we're not going to get in on a sell because the strength differential between gold and the dollar is just too much.
Bounced off the DM3.
Yep.
If you look at the daily pivot chart, you'll see how many times it hit that resistance. Held
Yep.
down for quite some time.
There it goes. There's the break above. That was it. I missed it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep going.
I think it's got more to it. Yep, there it was. Why am I hesitating? Who got in on that?
I got in.
Wow. It triggered my head, so I'm in. So I'm in, damn it.
I should have been in. I should have been in on that. Reflexes were slow.
I mean, it took off like a skyrocket there, man.
Yeah.
Jumped.
Yeah. Dang, had I been a little more on the ball right there, I'd be done for the evening.
You would have had your hit, right?
Yeah. But then, you know, it's like on nights like tonight, I have to remember that there are times where the market just makes it easy for us.
Yeah.
And other times where it's hard for us and we're still able to do it. That says a lot about our trading skills. But I have to remember to just wait for the right conditions.
It's all about patience. Yeah. It'll give it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it gives it to you.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't give it to you, you try to take it, that's when you find out the hard way that doesn't work. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, you could have put in a pending order for buy and sell before the 8 o'clock candle and canceled out the battle.
Yeah. Although sometimes those things they whipsaw. Those hourly candles, they go both directions first.
But that's during the day. I don't really see that at night. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I see I see the 8, the 8:30, the 9 o'clock, and the 9:30, and the 10 o'clock all kind of do their own thing for about a minute before they kind of go in a particular direction. They tend to resolve, but at the very beginning, I think it'd be dangerous to put in a buy and a sell.
Well, I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Because you're not trading at that point.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, a night like tonight, you could have been done 1, 2, and 3.
Right. Yeah. 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 No, I know you would be the last person to advocate for trading like that.
What lot size are you trading, AB?
10.
10. Okay. Are you at the coffee shop? Or you home?
No, I'm at home.
Oh, okay.
He was at the cigar club. He used to hang out at the cigar club.
Oh yeah. You ever take your trading anywhere else but home?
No. Like the cigar lounge, I smoke a cigar and trade.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. It's nice seating. You know, quiet. Sometimes I go there. Nice and quiet. I got to get out of the house, so it's there. The coffee shop up there.
Mike was in Barcelona on the beach trading.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, in the past couple of years, I've traded from everywhere. I've I've traded from
You were in India too, right?
from Africa a couple of times, from India, from Europe, from where else was I? I traded in Vietnam, in Thailand,
Yep.
and I traded from above the ocean a number of times in the airplane. Now, was I a good trader? No. Was I getting better? Also no. But
No.
but over time I got better. I remember early on, I got on a flight. I was in Barcelona and I was on my way back to New York. And I got on a flight, and all I had was MT4 on my phone. And I had that connected to the Wi-Fi in the plane, and I bought the Wi-Fi package so that I would have Wi-Fi all the way across the ocean. It was a flight during the day, so I didn't think I was going to go to sleep. And this was at the beginning where, I was still pretty new. I'd probably been doing it for a few months, and Tono was trying to get me to get 10 pips a day on average. And I remember I spent that whole flight like trying to get my 10 pips, and I was in probably 6 hedges, but at the end I got something like 7.5 pips. And I sent it to Tono and I showed him my trades and everything I had open, and I said, man, I don't know, I'm just terrible at this. For the life of me, I cannot get 10 pips a day. And Tono got back to me a little while later, said, call me or something. He said, dude, like the market barely moved today. I don't know how you got even 7 pips, on a day like today. like plus, on your phone, doing that in the, you have no indicators or nothing, just doing that on your phone. I had no idea what was supposed to be considered hard and what was not. What was supposed to be considered, a normal person's ability to do. And I would just get so frustrated with myself that I could not get 10 pips a day.
Yeah, it was tough sometimes, I think.
But those are the days that it's not going to give it to you, and you got to determine which day, which of, like, you might get nothing on a Monday, but you might get 20 on a Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really count Monday as my trading day, but believe it or not, if I don't get 20 on a Tuesday, more likely you got non-farm payroll or something happening on a Friday, where you're going to get your 20 or 30 pips to make up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the goal is 50 pips a week. I try and break it down 10 pips a day. It's easier for people to kind of comprehend. But you can't pull teeth. If you're pulling teeth, then the market's just not there. You're trying to force something that's not going to happen.
Yeah, the forcing is the biggest part. But I trade on my phone a lot.
Yeah, you know what? Trading on your phone is probably sometimes easier.
Yeah.
And in retrospect, sometimes even better. You know what I mean? Than trading off your computer, because you have an analysis by paralysis by analysis when you're looking at all your charts, right? You can get jammed up, but when you're looking at the phone, especially, I don't know if you guys use this or not. Download the MetaTrader 5 app for your phone, for your iPhone, and if you're going to trade off your phone, use that as your entries and exits, because it does like second moves where the MetaTrader 4 doesn't.
What? It allows you, what does it do?
Like if you look at the how can I explain it? The MetaTrader 5, I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me try it out. No, you're not going to see it because it's too bright. the MetaTrader 5 allows you to pinch in and pinch out the market, right?
Yeah.
You can move the market up and down from the side. So you can actually see, if you put it on a 1 minute trade, 1 minute chart, you can see it moving by the second, as opposed to looking at the MetaTrader 4 1 minute. You can't. It's a difference.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just do it on a demo account, basically.
Yeah, you can run a demo if you want. Yeah, and then just flip back to your MetaTrader 4 app. Yeah. I don't even copy trade. I just look at it and then I go back to my MetaTrader 4 and place my orders.
Oh.
You know. We got some news tomorrow that'll give us a little movement.
Yeah, what is it?
What's going on with this thing?
Yeah, it's kind of acting a little erratic right now.
Yeah, it just kind of died off. Just
Yeah, look at the rink if you spread it out. It's just kind of.
yeah. Might just leave this hedge overnight because I don't. If I get out now,
Yeah, and then it continues
I
up.
think the market's actually going to go back up. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Just wind up in a worse spot.
Yesterday I was having a conversation with someone who I hadn't seen for a while, and they said, "How's gold trading going?" And I said, "Oh, it's going really well." And he said, "What's the price now?" And I said, I think it's getting up to about $3,800 an ounce. We almost got there the other day." And he was like, "Wow, that is incredible." And then today, here we are at 38.40.
And it just made all-time high.
Yeah, yeah.
Tonight,
yeah. Just since we've been
with nothing happening.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
I think
probably gonna go 39.
I think what's happening is what am I trying to say? Damn it!
I didn't get a chance to see the video you sent over.
No, so it's not the interest rates now, because that's kind of baked. Oh, it's the government shutdown. So tomorrow the government shuts down at midnight on Wednesday or something if they don't reach an agreement. And I think they didn't reach an agreement tonight, and everybody went home. So there's not going to be an agreement. The government's going to shut down, and I think that people are. Initially, in the past, they said the stock market has done well for the first few days of a government shutdown. But as it gets worse, there we go. What do you make of where we are right now, Tono? Look at the daily pivot. Tell me what you think that candle is saying.
It's an indecision candle, right? It closes in 3 minutes, so you would have to wait for the close to get a confirmation of where we're going. Even though I think we're going up because, look at the 5-minute Hakanashi chart, right?
Yeah.
The last 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 candles have been on closing on the uptrend, and they've got flat bottoms, and we're just going into this consolidation box. But I think we're going to be breaking out of that. You know, if you look at the where the candle is right now, the wick,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah.
wick is touching the top of the box, and we've got 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And there's no resistance above it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
even though the wrinkle is pointing down right now, um, I think we're going to get a push back up.
Okay.
You know, if you look at the 1 minute, it's pointing down. The wrinkle is kind of pointing down, but that just could be some room to get some energy to push yourself back up.
Yeah. Grab some orders. Yeah.
Look at the same candle you just asked me about. Now look at it. It's complete doji now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 1 minute for 8:30.
It's 8:30.
Yep.
So it closed as an indecision candle, but we'll see. Still think it's going to go up.
Yeah.
Hey, B, do you use an iPhone or an Android?
Android.
Great. You can help me out with something. I'm trying to figure out how to stop this Android screen from closing every couple of seconds.
From closing every couple of seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to the settings, and screen.
This is settings.
I believe it's
display maybe.
Yeah, the display.
Oh, here it is.
The
Timeout.
screen lock, screen
Got it.
layout, no screen lock. Yep.
Got it. Thank you. Thanks, man. So it dropped a couple of pips, but it's not giving it to us. on us.
My MetaTrader froze. Now I gotta reopen it.
Doesn't look like we can do much tonight, fellas.
Nope. This market tonight is for girls.
You're gonna get a lot of trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
You're gonna get.
I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding, of course.
I ain't with him. I'm not with him. I'm not with the Barcelona Trader on that one, people.
Well, Mike. Now, Mike. Now you're gonna have to love him up, like Tono said. You gotta love him up now.
Oh, I think women traders, women traders are definitely the prettiest traders.
They're probably more. They're better at multitasking.
Let me tell you. I'll tell you right now. Women traders make better traders than men any day of the week.
Yeah, I'm concerned about that because like it's taken, it took me a long time to get the hang of it, and then my wife's gonna be like, yeah, okay, it's my turn. Teach me how to trade. She's gonna get the hang of it in like 3 weeks.
And she's gonna blow you out.
Yeah,
she's gonna blow you out.
And she's gonna think like, what was wrong with you, man? And then so like, how do you end life having the respect of your wife?
you know that you admit it.
You gotta go out now.
My wife and I used to trade side by side, right? This is about maybe 8 years ago, and I'm like taking trades and I'm getting jammed up and I'm looking over her and she just is calm, just taking hits. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, fuck. I taught her how to trade.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on, man? And like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. They just we got this. I don't know if it's testosterone or whatever, but there's something that they got that we just don't have, man. I don't know if we got this competitiveness that we have to prove something.
10 extra IQ points, roughly what it is.
Yeah, you probably too. Yeah. I mean, think about it, man. You don't see a lot of women doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? In their younger years. Like we go riding motorcycles, we jump off a cliff. I mean, just stupid shit. Women don't do stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got more common sense than we do. When that common sense falls right over into trading.
Yeah.
Where we see an opportunity, they use their common sense and see everything around them and go, nah, no opportunity there.
Right. Yeah.
I can't explain it. I was gonna put a chapter in the book, but I said, nah, I don't want to start no problem.
I can see how that would be a better decision.
49. Yeah. You watch and see. Watch once you get the hang and your wife wants to learn and you start showing her, she's going to cut out 99% of the stuff you do, and her trading plan is going to be completely solid and different.
Yep. Yep.
You know, and all you can do is go, I told you it was going to be a better trader than me. You got to say it ahead of time.
Right. Right.
So, you know, you can't let her say, I'm better than you.
Right.
You got to say, look, I'm going to teach you this, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to be much better trader than I am. Watch one day. Then she can't come back and say, what the hell?
Right.
What were you doing all this time? You were just having fun with the boys. You weren't trading.
Right.
You were hanging out at the what's it called, the Raccoon Lodge. Ralph Cramden.
Yeah.
You were just hanging out with the raccoons.
How can anybody spend that much time doing something and not make even more money?
That's all right, because once the faucet gets turned on, it doesn't get cut off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once that faucet cuts on.
Looks like we're coming down here.
Yeah. So now. Yeah, that's really crazy. Well, if you look at that 5-minute Hakanashi.
Yeah.
You remember I said it's running into that consolidation zone?
Yeah.
It actually held it.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised. I thought it was going to break through, but it actually kept it where it's supposed to be. That's surprising. And gold is still higher than the dollar, so there's no reason for it to be coming down.
No.
Body's just adjusting to this new diet that I'm on because of my high hernia. I can only eat once a day.
Wow. Did you spend all day thinking about what you're going to eat in that one time?
No, I don't really care about food.
Yeah. So now what? So now price is coming down here, and it's hitting this big support zone on the daily pivot, right? Or is that a resistance zone?
It's a resistance, but it's right on top of a support. There's 2 more pips that'll be on that support.
Right, the big red zone is the support, right? I mean, technically it was a resistance first, right?
Right. Yeah.
And that DM3.
Yeah, the DM3.
But that's where the resistance was, right? Well, that's where it is right now.
That's where it is right now.
Trump says he's going to put 100% tax on foreign films.
I thought he changed his mind on that.
No, he said it again today.
Unless he was talking about, oh no, I think he said films made in, what did he say?
In other
China.
countries?
Yeah.
Well, China just released their new H-1B visa passport to start recruiting the top talent from around the world.
Yeah.
Since America's trying to push out people from other countries.
Yeah.
And the tech.
We're so stupid. I really thought if it was going to go higher, it was going to go higher than that, than it did. It barely breached 38.40, about 38.41. Okay, 1 minute for the 9 p.m. candle in New York. 9 p.m. sometimes feels past my bedtime. I'm getting old.
Went back up.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you go to the kitchen.
Yeah. Look at that go.
Buy.
Yep. Should have taken the 60.
Yeah, it was just look like a good buy. You got out with how much?
I didn't get out. I'm in. Still in. I'm gonna get stopped out now. I should have taken the money.
This is exactly why I didn't want to get out of this trade. You got profit?
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I got 100.
Nice. That's good for the night.
Yeah, I thought I
Tono,
You
did
get
you
some,
get out of
maybe?
yours? Did you get out of yours?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm hedged now, so I'm gonna keep it hedged overnight because I don't want to get out at where I'm at now and wind up having to hedge deeper into the night. You know what I mean? I'll just figure out what I'll do.
Yeah, my hedge is already. Yeah, my hedge is way out there. I just got to keep making money on top because it's.
Yeah,
I gotta wait for it to come down.
You can't do that though because unless you are. I mean, you could do it, but you don't want to do it. Let me put it like that. You want to keep your heads manageable in case you need to. Like, I'll give an example. Let's say that you got to a sell right now. Let's say you got to a sell at 3,800, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hedged it at 3,820. Then you got rid of that hedge. You hedged at 3,840. In 3 weeks, we might be at 3,950, right?
Right.
Whereas if you had just kept that hedge at 3,820, you would have made all this money between 20 and 3,950 that you could have just closed those two trades and called it, washed your hands with it, right?
Right.
But when you let them get too far away, you can't close it because it'll flip the account upside down.
Yeah.
And that's how you can blow an account. So you got to remember, try not to move your hedges. I mean, it happens. You sometimes have to move a couple of pips away, but when it starts to get a little bit out of whack, you got to kind of figure out what you're doing wrong and correct it quickly.
Those are my most expensive mistakes. Stretching those hedges out.
We all do it though. Even I do it sometimes because I'll get a bias in my head and I'll say this thing is not going this far, and as you can see, it keeps going that far. So
Yeah.
you just got to stick to the plan, stick to your trading plan, and you won't go wrong.
Yeah.
The minute you let your emotions
Yeah, it
get
seems
involved,
like it's trying to.
this thing might be going to 3,900. We only 60 pips away from 3,900. That's one
Right.
day, right?
Yeah. Yep.
hit 3,900, you know we're going to 4,000. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
It's
can't
all
get
good.
that. You can't
It's
get a
all good.
bias that you can just keep taking the money off of the hedges and you'll deal with it later. Because later will come and you'll be upside down, and all that work you did over those months or weeks will be in vain.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna make no money tonight because I'm hedged. So tomorrow morning, gentlemen.
All right, sir. I think I will also take your
All right,
advice and probably stop now. I'm gonna sit here for a few more minutes, but I probably won't trade anymore. I'll see you in the morning.
Peace
Okay.
out. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
All right, YouTube. Just us. Well, YouTube, it is getting to be time, I believe. We're up 100 across all my accounts. That's not a bad night. Don't want to give any of it back. Slowly and surely reach my goals. That's why we're disciplined traders. That's why we are professional traders. So I think that brings us to the end of our evening. I will be back at about 7:20 tomorrow morning, New York time, for Tuesday's New York session. Let's look at what we have for news coming up here on tomorrow. Chicago PMI at 9:45. JOLTS job openings at 10. Those are the big ones tomorrow. All right. Thanks for joining tonight. We'll see you tomorrow morning on this YouTube channel. Please sauce me a like. And give the channel a follow. Catch you tomorrow morning.